I won't take much time. Respected Ramlalji and the distinguished guests who have been very kind to be here at our invitation and spending time. Pramit is coming right away from the NSC meeting from South Block, and Rajiv ji is also busy, and our Rudy Saab is also having a couple of appointments. Mukherjee Foundation began 4 years before, and we were given an assignment to work on the ideological lines of the BJP, RSS, Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. We had been working on Dr. Mukherjee's thoughts and works in Calcutta and elsewhere. We have been publishing his literature, his speeches, and trying to propagate his ideological line amongst the youth. Basically, security issues and ideological issues. China is one of the major concerns, and we had convened more than, I think, 5 conclaves and conferences on China-centric on different aspects. This very program was inspired by, well, how should I say inspired, but what happened in the South China Sea, and the way China objected to India's initiative to explore oil and gas with Petro Vietnam. That was one reason. Then the Chinese presence in POK, and in the present circumstances, the way the China is helping Pakistan as an angel guardian, giving a rebuff or trying to replace what US was once to Pakistan. So that is one reason. Many of us would have gone through the Henry Kissinger's latest book on China, and the way he began the very first chapter, that when in '62 war, Chinese attacked us, but they also returned on their own. It was not that the Indian army pushed them back. And there was a reason that Mao Zedong told to some of his colleagues that keep the enemy in the eternal terror of an attack, so that he won't dare to intervene or upset your plans. 4,000 kilometers of border area, undecided, nuclear power, one war, is still one of the biggest trade partners with India. And now the Russian-Chinese closeness. Prime Minister Putin was given a presidential welcome in Beijing last week. More than $3.5 billion worth of agreements, 16 agreements. Militarily, a great help from Russia, all the equipment, dependence, although it's getting reduced now. So what this scenario tells India? Where do we stand here? Chinese incursions in Ladakh and Arunachal Pradesh, more than 142 incursions in Ladakh, in Uttarakhand region also. So there has to be a clear China policy. But do we have a China policy? Most of us are accustomed depicting China as the biggest threat, as a enemy number one. And whenever there is a writing, it is the call of the patriotism to say that, well, China is number one enemy. But I think that threat is not from China. Threat is really from those who are sitting in Delhi, ruling, and bit lethargic or not very well aware of Chinese plans in the next 10 years or 20 years. Where would we be vis-a-vis China in next decade? Are we prepared or are we not? So these are some of the issues which we have to address today, especially the East Asian region, which is now strategically more important to us than the West. It's a sunrise area, and the West is really a sunset area for various reasons. So we got to engage China. It's not always that we talk about China in the Hakikat syndrome. but as well as Ronald Reagan's famous lines, trust but verify. So that is a continuing process, and especially the growing change in the Russian policy towards China and Pakistan. The closeness between Russia and Pakistan is one strange development, militarily also. So the 1971 treaty with Soviet Union may have to be reviewed or relooked at. BRICS is there. Where do we go? Do we have really some plans about India, Russia, China cooperation, strategic cooperation? It can be worked out. It can be worked out. So, floor is open now, and I will. These are some of the issues that prompted us to hold this discussion. Thank you very much.